Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. It's time to play Penumbra. Oh boy. I don't know. Penumbra at this point is like, I'm just kind of over Penumbra, I gotta be honest with you. I don't feel like, I feel like I don't play much of the Sentient, and Hornbreaker Prince and Tethys are always fun. Rector is a constant struggle, and then all the new champions are new, and then also, hey, Penumbra's here too, I guess. It's just kind of like, you know, give it a good old shrug. I guess we got Penumbra today. I feel the least for Penumbra now. We got, in this run, first of all, Umbra Hellhorned with Exile Hellhorned. Ugh, hate that. Really not a fan of Exile Hellhorned secondary. It is not what I like to see. We have Sap Talos, which is Double Barrel Daedalus, which means it has haste on the combat. We got Curse Fell, we got Chase Seraph, Mind Collapse, Hornbreak, Prism Retrieval. It's a good start. Hellhorn secondary Exile starting with Hornbreak is good. You need the targeted damage. Refracting lenses did get to do a lot for us recently. What's the other one here? Drop Cage? I do not really like Drop Cage. I'll pick refracting lenses and then we just have to press Prism Retrieval every time we draw it in combat. And we just heal for 5 every round, or every combat if nothing else. And then, yeah, I guess we just go Glutton. Architect's kinda lame. I don't know, I just prefer to take Trample or Architect, I think that, or sorry, Trample or Glutton. Architect is just kinda whatever. Like, it's fine. I'm gonna not take Trials because Glutton's a little weaker and we don't have Plink. But yeah, it's fine. That's all I can really say. It's just okay. If I put this Imp down, I end up feeding a damage shield into this Apprentice of Light. The only thing that's problematic, I guess, is that I think it's okay, but also I don't think there's a great reason to do it. We just pull. Oh. Right. So what I should have done is I should have played the Imp and recognized that I was going to pull something to proc this. Yeah. Oh well. That's fine too. Playing it slow isn't that bad. It's like, it's shaky. I think we're gonna end up getting hit by this one. Gotta play it like this so we protect the Imp. I guess we won't get hit by this one. We'll get hit by the 5-1, but I should pull something to kill it, so maybe we're okay. Yeah, maybe it's fine. You know what? I'll say it. I think that it's okay. In fact, I think that you can say with confidence that we're gonna walk out of this one without getting hit, which is good. Really a great sign. So we leave with up 5 health. I definitely, up until what was it, 2 episodes ago, I was pretty middle of the road on refracting lenses. I thought it was just okay. That looks pretty insane. It kind of depends on your start and what clan you are. Some clans, I don't really have a good measure for you though, of like, here are the clans that are good with, like, or have a lot of consume cards is how I should phrase it. However, having that like 14 consume card deck in Awoken is pretty good. It ups the value of going to magic shops and grabbing plus 20 consume as well. However, we cannot do that here. Now we're gonna click Pack Morsels for sure. Was hoping for the best thing to get there was Space Prism, but Packed Morsels is fine. Important Work is an interesting thing to be shown here, because you have the 5 Imps. However, in reality this is bad, because Important Work is something that you're taking to do holdover and then combo with an Endless Imp, and what Imp are we going? Usually you do that with Welder Helper. Welder Helper doesn't really gel well with Lifesteal, which is how we're going to be keeping Penumbra alive. Just click the vent here. You give the vent plus 10 holdover, your backline problems are solved. That's the big spot that Umbra's going to feel weak in. And we're looking for Morsel Master here. Endless plus 25 damage, shield 3. Ah, yeah. Cool. So now all we need to do is answer heavies and we win the game. A really like strong position to be in this early. There's a lot of ways we can go about it, for sure. So we'll see what gets shown to us here. I mean, with refracting lenses, it can even end up just being we don't deal with heavies. I think that none of these are good here. I don't think we even bother. With Gorge Penumbra and a Morsel Master, we're in a solid spot. Spikes 3. It's a tough one. I think it's fine. But this combat does have what is effectively double heavies. It has a tank heavy wave that we can't... I mean, we'll have to pull Hornbreak, which is doable, I think. If we didn't have Hornbreak, I would talk myself out of this here, but with the Hornbreak, this combat is doable. We're going to want to try and clear the Reconcilers out, of course. I'll play it out like this. We'll see how it goes, right? I imagine that it's going to just be like some spell pickups from Umbra to take us out of this one. Something like that is what I'm guessing. Actually, I should mind collapse this. Yeah, we want to vent this floor. And then I just have to draw a Hornbreak in the next 10 cards, and then this decision was good. Morsel Miner. One of the other options we can have is just amp up our Morsel generation and grab a Trample Tome or a Furnace Tap for Penumbra to do all the heavy lifting. Lots of good choices for how we're going to go about winning this one. Lots like a lot of really strong choices on this run. I guess we can just kill him this way too. Yeah, that works. We take that. And yeah, okay, we're good here. We definitely take this combat. Trial was fine. High Priest doesn't stand a chance. Cool. Yeah, so we're gonna look for probably like a Blazing Bolt, maybe an Excavation Eruption to help smooth us along here. Or we can do it with a unit as well, right? We could also pick up a... what would be good here? I guess like something from Hellhorned to handle it. We would need to grab something plus a tank though. What would be good to grab here? Like maybe... Oh, we can't see a unit here obviously, so I guess we'll just see what the drafts show us and we can think it out. Oh. Or I guess the game could just show us Furnace Tap at floor 2. Yeah, okay. Sure. So there's your plan. There is your plan. Hidden Passage is... Hidden Passage is not worth it here. By the way, don't think that just because that Furnace Tap showing up there goes in my favor, I am okay with the fact that I just got shown a rare card in the only place to see commons. I still think it's real strange that that works that way. However, yeah, I guess. Right. Well, I don't know what else to say other than, yeah, alright, I guess. I suppose. We're gonna go magic shops for a while because we have a lot of stuff to upgrade. Permafrost -1, and then we just duplicate this like 3 times and win the game, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's all we do. Throw a +10 here, or onto Mind Collapse is actually really high value as well. Both of these are really high value +10s. I'm gonna roll because we want to see another +10 here maybe. We got it. Really, really high value to make those +10, and we'll go ahead and make a Shade Splitter free because we're going to, from here we're going to hit every single duplication event we see. We're going to make as many Furnace Taps as we can, and then we're going to probably take energy so that we can just play like 3 or 4 Furnace Taps on Penumbra. Penumbra just goes insane. We cost reduce cards that matter. If I'm taking energy, it's not a bad idea to grab Demon Fiend here and let him take out a big chunk from early heavies. He's useless in the next combat, but I think that that's fine, and I just said I think I'm going to take energy. I think this is the best Demon Fiend take I can see for a very long time. Makes a lot of sense to grab him here. Yeah, alright. He's not high maintenance, right? If I can throw him some upgrades, cool, which maybe I can, maybe I can't. Like, we'll see what we're looking at. Probably we'll be able to hit him up over here. And... Maybe he gets like a multi-strike or something like that and he gets to chill, and if not, it's still fine. He's just chilling. Also, this can be the ×5 event and we win the game. Ah, too bad. Rail Spikes is an interesting one, right? Because, so here's the deal. We're crafting this deck from this point to plan around playing with no energy. Rail Spikes is a card that once you cash in on it all the way, it is free. Like, it just is free. You don't... It just does 10 damage. However, I think that's what we're going to end up having the vent for. I think we already have that angle covered. We don't need it. I'll leave it. The only thing that this deck is missing for me to say we would win for sure is like one Space Prism. The only thing that can stop us here is not being able to scale Penumbra very quickly because of the limit on our space. We're just going to hope that maybe we see Crucible Extension and then take space post Fel. We'll probably get through Fel at this rate. I think we still play Penumbra up here. No, she does apply Dazed. Yeah, I'm gonna tank the Dazed here and save the 7 health. Let the Rubble Morsel take it because it's not a high priority. I'm not afraid of losing to this combat whatsoever. Talos is pretty easy. Oh, hey, we also pulled an Energy Morsel, so we just get to drop Demon Fiend here. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, that's good. That's decent. Reasonable, some may say. The best thing to give Penumbra here is going to be the Magma Morsel. The lifesteal will go to waste on the regular waves. If I put a Train Steward in front, he kills this, right? It's possible that the correct line here is even just a Furnace Tap Demon Fiend, but we don't need to. So let's open the Shade Splitter up. We get a Damage Shield Morsel. We play this Train Steward here. And then you just throw like Queen's Impling out. I leave these morsels in because they're good draws. It's like drawing Shade Splitter and getting a good morsel. Although if we draw, we'll take out one of them. And then you just kill this and then Demon Fiend triggers. Yeah, cool. Really, like, our odds of winning were already pretty high, and then we were able to pull Demon Fiend and play him there, and it just got even better. I may as well Prism Retrieval. It really doesn't matter. Although I can't play this Impling up here. We are going to want to ping off the haste. Yeah, we don't want this wave going up and pushing damage into Penumbra. It's the only problem is our morsel generation, I guess, because we drew all of our Shade Splitters except for this one already. So it's a little tough. Oh yeah, and we're gonna take damage because of the Dazed. The Daze. Okay, I'm pretty sure this guy actually just comes close to 1v1ing the boss here. Just use imps. We're gonna take some damage, but it's fine. I was not worried about dying, or even, like we have refracting lenses, so our pyre health doesn't even matter that much. If I'm being real with you here. Pretty sure if I Furnace tap the Demon Fiend, he'll just kill Talos, right? How much damage are you doing here? 300? Yeah. And that's the win. And you want to always play Furnace tap anyway, just in case for the heal. Cool, cool. Thanks, Demon Fiend. All we're missing here is space now. Blazing Bolts I did mention as a potential take for the heavies. Is it good here? Great question. Is it good here? I think it isn't, because we're going to... We have the plan, which is just to Furnace tap a bunch of times now. I think Blazing Bolts is a bait, and we just skip this. Because all of these cards are really clunky to play when you have 0 energy. These units, you can pick one of these. You can grab like Steelworker and then slap him down in front of Demon Fiend just for a little buffer. I don't hate it. Not the worst. It's not like it's super imperative that we get Morsel Master down with Penumbra. I think it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. And then we're taking energy here because we have the Demon Fiend. Man, Demon Fiend really dominates those first 3 floors if you can play him. We're going to hit every duplication station, as mentioned. We're just going to duplicate Furnace Tap every time. Alpha Fiend we do not want. And yeah, we go all in on Gorge. Might be that we need to take Glutton, or not Glutton, might be that we need to take Architect to get the space to actually play a meaningful number of morsels here. Right, because if you take Architect, then you get to play with that extra 2 space that it'll provide. You get to play 2 extra morsels every round because you double your morsel intake from 2 to 4, which not sure if it's actually correct. Right, I guess we can cross that bridge when we arrive at it. Armor 15 is fine. Little concerning with the Absolvers, but should be fine. The reason it should be fine is we just plant our units and then multi-strike up and crush through these combats because we're way powerful at this timing. Yeah. Energy morsel. The only problem is our draw, of course. Curse combats with a draw looking like this can get a little scary, I will say. We play this out. This is not the Mind Collapse with the X on it. Or the X plus, so we play this out. There's an order to this. We can play all of these cards, but you gotta do it in the right order. You go Demon Fiend, Weight of Contrition, and you have to Mind Collapse this guy. And then we can avoid any damage here. Otherwise we were gonna take 1 into the pyre, which you prefer not to have happen. Also, Steelworker died instantly, but that doesn't really matter. He means so little that I almost called him Railbeater there. That's how much I respect his contributions to this team. I am getting hit by this unit. 70 off by what, 18? We can maybe get there? Possible that we can get there. It's reasonable, anyway. No Furnace Taps though, right? This is the draw is the only thing that's concerning. Once we get the Furnace Tap down, it stops being that big of a deal. However, hard to draw out cards with all of these Weight of Contritions. I want to play this, get a kill, and then play this at 14, I guess. It doesn't really... Yeah, 14 is fine. Doesn't matter too much, I guess. 14, I guess we put the Queen Simpling down, maybe? The armor is making this a little more complex. 14 will kill here, so we play this after Mind Collapse. We Mind Collapse here, and we go to 2. I'm gonna play this here, and we'll clear... We won't clear the floor, we'll take a curse, but it's fine. You can see there's just really bad morsel generation in this deck. We didn't get... The only morsel card we saw in the early game was... pack morsels, and I couldn't afford the remove consume because I had to slap all of this stuff onto Furnace Tap. So it gets a little, and with 5 draw in a 30 card deck, it gets a little messy. However, if we pull the other Furnace Tap off the top, we should take 0 here. I think he wins this. 150, like 150, 300, he'll do like 450, and then we slap the Train Steward in front. The Train Steward only buys him one hit, but that should be enough. 324, I forgot to account for the Rage. Yeah, he gets it. Excellent. I didn't even think about the 6 Rage he got off of that, wow. Turns out they really did need to nerf that Rage. It really was busted. Alright. The trial was a little shaky, but it ended up being fine. Just really want to click a card that says Morsel right now, however we cannot. Void Binding's okay. The problem is that our cards, we have too many. I just want to click something that says Morsel and Scale Gorge Penumbra, but maybe we're just going all in on Demon Fiend here, actually. Maybe the 50 attack baseline is just what we're going to have to commit to because I can't find morsels. Just give him the Void Binding, we give him the Furnace Taps, and we just go all the way on this. It seems okay. More Imp stuff. I mean, Impish Scholar does let us pull back another Furnace Tap, however, 31 card deck with only 5 card draw is just not worth it. We need to see removals now, I think. Probably prioritize them. I was planning my path to go right here, but I don't actually need anything from the Magic Shop, right? What do I want? I guess Void binding down to 1 energy mainly, but oh man, we need removals. We get removals here, and we get a critical steel shop. But we could see something nutty in the trinket shop too, like double gorge or what else would be good? Something? There's not that much else really. We could see a holdover. I'm gonna go to the right. I feel like making sure that we maximize our shops is good. Sketches. What the fuck? Nah, give me Forever Flame. Forever Flame is really, really nice as well. Double stack. Can't double stack this card anymore, unfortunately. They have changed it so that you cannot... I mean, I could, but you only get to play it once, and then it never gets played again. So it's really not worth it. Unless like, this is... I think that's the card that they maybe were really targeting with Stackstone. I wonder if the nerf here was mostly to stop the void binding shenanigans. Because I mean, it didn't work, right? You can still hold that card over. It's just... I didn't notice it until now. Roll this. Another permafrost. A permafrost onto something like Mind Collapse isn't the worst, so we can always trigger this right after the Furnace tap turn. Is it worth 110 gold though? Nah, I'm gonna say nah. Just keep making stuff that I want to play free. We can put a 20 and consume on the Hornbreak. I'm good with that. Purge 2. I think we're gonna purge Train Stewards. Now that the imps are free, they are just better than Train Steward in every regard. We leave a little money so we can, if everything goes wrong in this combat, we can still buy, like, look at 2 big upgrades from the next shop, is what I'm trying to get to there. Mark of Invasion is fine. We're really, really powerful on Pyre health right now because of all of the consumes plus refracting lenses. Two runs in a row. Refracting lenses putting in some work for it. I gotta say, very impressed with the refracting lenses. We'll put Penumbra top floor. 8. I'm not worried about Penumbra dying here. Put a Train Steward down, he dies. Holding onto the Jeweler seems fine. This is the sweet boss, so I need to respect that. I do need to respect the sweet boss here a little. Okay. I trade, what, 12 pyre damage for this collector here? I think that is a fair trade in a run like this where we have the ability to heal 15 health every round. Although, it's a little more than... It's 20 health per combat, rather. And we already lost 5 of it, but still, I think it's worth. We can just hyper greed here. I don't think that we lose much for doing that. Playing the Steelworker does limit our mobility on this floor quite a bit. We can't pivot and change what we want to plan to do on that floor at all here. Like, I can't put imps down to try and shift the balance or anything like that, but to be fair, Steelworker's pretty useless here anyway. I guess we just kill these. And then I just have to make a decision when the bosses spawn on what I'm furnace tapping on. Probably gonna end up being Penumbra, however. Alright, it's all energy. I'm feeding this guy like crazy. Yeah, the Steelworker's not really doing a whole lot for us. I think it's actually better just to leave the space open. God, I put that guy up to 18. I don't recommend that. I do not recommend taking this unit up to 18 health, or rather 18 attack. Strongly advise you against it. Okay, so we're just gonna furnace tap here, I think. I don't want to take, what is it? It's gonna be 30 damage if I let him go up because I fed him. I do not believe that it is correct to take that. I guess I can try... Yeah, so I can play 1 card next turn by playing it out like this, which might be worth, because we'll have 5 energy. I didn't want to go all the way on the furnace tap here. 166. I think it's we just stick to our committal here. We commit to Penumbra. All the way. Yeah, we just go all the way here now. Oh wow, it pulled the morsel jeweler. I forgot that was in there. Huh. I guess, yeah, I missed one feast, but alas. Doesn't matter, Penumbra has this? Yeah, it's like 210 per round. Yeah. It's a little close. Penumbra's really struggling on the gorge front because there's just no morsel cards in this deck. I need like grovel here, please. Still no morsel cards. It's really tragic. I guess we take Forever Consumed. It's a good card. It goes well with all of our energy. Good one to dump into. It's just tragic that we can't get morsels on this run. I'm gonna have to like fish magic shops for a remove consume, I guess. Branding right's kind of interesting. Maybe because we're not getting the morsels, we just pivot all in on Demon Fiend and we pick up branding right here. That is possibly the play. I think it's worth at least considering. Depending on what we see in this next shop. Like if we see a multi-strike in here, multi-strike quick, we just go all the way on Demon Fiend for sure. And get rid of these train stewards, we always get rid of them. I'll leave one open because I might get rid of Steelworker. Okay, there's the multi-strike. It's insurance if I don't throw the Steelworker away to throw him the plus 25 just in case, instead of just rolling this right away. Now I roll this. Large stone. Yeah, I'm just gonna commit to Demon Fiend here. Sorry, Steelworker. It's been fun. Could even try to take like Morsel Master as a one-space tank here, but I don't think we need it. I'll still throw... I'll just remove. We'll remove a Train Steward and we'll purge Steelworker here. And that's fine with me. Goodbye, Steelworker. We wasted 25 gold there, but it was cheap insurance if we didn't see Large Stone or Quick there. If we saw an Endless, then we keep the Steelworker in and just make him the tank. But with Large Stone or Quick, we can just have Demon Fiend do all the heavy lifting. Okay. We're going to take some curses on this combat, but we have the energy for it. We took energy for a reason. And just because it isn't working out for the Penumbra plan doesn't mean we can't, like, still use it. Does that make sense? Like, I can still, if things end up going well, we can pivot over to Penumbra pretty quickly. However, as it sits, Penumbra's really not putting up the best effort here. It's not Penumbra's fault, it's the no Space Prism fault. This run would look pretty similar if we had seen, instead of the... no, it would look very different, of course. What am I saying? But if I had seen the Space Prism instead of the Furnace Tap in that common pack, we would have a very different looking run right now. Oh yeah, if I go all the way on playing out Ember Drain cards, I just stop playing cards because of... Or I just take a bunch of damage from curses, rather. So perhaps I do not just start slamming Void Bindings here. Not for a few more waves at least. Although, do I care about curse damage? No, I think it's actually better to do it like this. I don't want to take this curse, I think. And I'll save this because I may need it. I'm going to need it to heal curse damage back later. And we just make this man very large. Yeah, that's a big boy. I probably should have played this a little differently. Probably should have played this a little differently. I should have this guy on middle floor here. Bottom floor isn't inherently wrong. It's just a little... Whoops, that's not where that vent was supposed to go. That's a throw. He's going to have a lot less health to work with here. And until I pull into... I might die here for this play, basically. Especially if I just draw like that, what the hell. He's not going to have enough health to kill Fel, basically, is going to be the problem. Fel's going to crunch through him really quickly. And there's not much I can do here about it. The Void Binding does help, so... But no, I should definitely make sure in the future, assuming I don't lose off of this, you want to make sure that you play Demon Fiend on the floor that doesn't lose space. I did it here to try and reduce curses, but yeah, might have been a throw. I sure hope it wasn't. That'd be a shame if I threw this one. Can Penumbra do this? It doesn't look great here. I gotta be real with you. I'm gonna need to pull... 2, 3, 4. If I play Void Binding here, I think it's okay. Yeah, we don't have lifesteal anymore. Yeah. Okay. Take our 2 damage from our imps as well. I should have cracked this open. Yeah. Play Void Binding here. It should be fine. That'll buy us 2 free rounds, or like 3, 4, 5 free rounds. Oh, it's not okay. That's right, because she multi-strikes. If this was Arcus, it would be okay. So if I put down a Morsel Jeweler here, effectively it buys 1 more round for us, right? The amount of damage we will output here is increased by 126, taking us to 746. We'll live. I should open the Shade Splitters just in case. Okay. Oh, never mind, that kills. Oh, I forgot to take into account the... so I took 5 damage here that I didn't need to. Forgot to take into account the fact that Penumbra actually has that Gorge effect, yeah. Okay. A little close, but we learned our lesson. It's fine. Wretch, Shroud Spike. These are... Wretch is pretty good, actually. Wretch is... Yeah, our Morsel Generation is doomed. Wretch kind of pulls it back, and it's free. Yeah. Definitely Wretch. And we just gotta take draw. I don't think that you can get through many runs with only 5 energy or 5 draw. Especially not when it looks like this with a 28 card deck. Do I go for the duplicate here? All in on the... Well, let's see where the next duplication is. So if I want to double duplicate, I'm not removing any more cards. I think that it's probably better just to grab a removal. Because the removals are... Actually, no, we'll grab this removal because it's next to a magic shop. We'll take this one here. This path is a little better, I believe. We don't need anything from the steel shop. Alpact. Ah! Forever Consume, Mind Collapse, Prism Retrieval, Vent. Yeah! Unbroken Horn is pretty worthless here. Okay, now it's time to think about this one for a second, right? With the +2, it's not right. The +2 space is not right. If I had seen a single Morsel Generator, perhaps. However, I have not. I'll just click Penumbra's Gorge path. Yeah. Are we gonna fare against Chase Seraph? I think we're gonna be okay. Oh. Are we gonna fare against Purifiers? Ugh. That's a better question. Am I willing to click this trial here? I mean, we have 130 health. This trial doesn't outright kill. It shouldn't anyway. Outside of something real sad happening. And we have a lot of ways to do targeted damage. It should be fine. Should be fine. We pull a Vent and we take very little. We pull like 2 Imps, we take very little. Space Loss top 4. Pull the Vent at least. I'm gonna play Prism Retrieval for sure to try and pull the Demon Fiend. And we're gonna just have to play on bottom floor here. As discussed moments ago. Yeah, I think I'd play Forever Consumed and just kill this heavy. Right? I don't need to play Shade Splitter. I don't need energy for Prism Retrieval. Because if I pull Demon Fiend, he's gonna get -3, -2. Yeah. So I can just Forever Consume this guy away. See what we pull off of this. It's an Imp, of course. Nothing surprising here. I'm going to just take this damage because 20 damage into Penumbra kills Penumbra. So we just clear that floor out. And then Queen's Implant can chump around for Demon Fiend. That was a reasonable turn 1. We took like 30 for the trial, which is extremely acceptable. Demon Fiend goes here. He pushes a lot of damage. Start beefing up Penumbra. Form breaking is always right, and we can mind collapse that away. That's fine. The deck is pretty thin once we play out all the units. We just gotta play out all the units, of course. But easier said than done, I suppose. This is a great combat for this Demon Fiend, because he can take no damage basically every round here. Without much fear. I need to leave space for these imps though. It's definitely a run where space is our big limiting factor. But if this is Trample Boss. If I just commit to Demon Fiend, we probably win the game. We may as well see if this is energy. Oh well. This is the one that I can't stop all of the damage, but we can stop a lot of. This is the one that can be bad, because this Gilded Wing... Yeah, these Gilded Wings can threaten to go by here. It is maybe correct to just go on the Furnace Tap here, especially with these two energies. I think I can afford to drop one of these. Yeah, and then I won't take any damage. And we don't... like, we still have energy to play cards, basically. Because I'll have 6 on this turn. I can still play out some cards. And play out the self-mutilation. Do I need to? Let's think about it. Let's walk through the turn. So we're always going to open the Shade Splitter first. Or both of them, that is. Energy Morsel is good. Penumbra's pretty big. Penumbra's getting very big. We're going to vent this floor to kill this Purifier. And we don't take any more curses. I think we play Morsel Jeweler on Penumbra. We take the 10 with the Rubble Morsel because I'm not super worried about our energy. And then you just play like self-mutilation vent here. Need to get something on this Hornbreak at this point. Doesn't really matter. I guess it just doesn't really matter. But regardless, it's still fine. May as well feed a... Oh, Lifesteal Morsel. Cool. Cool. Yeah, okay. We took a little damage for the trial, but it wasn't that bad. Go ahead and Retch. Retch is going to become a problem, though. Drawing 3 morsels next turn isn't great. Not preferable, at least. Let's end turn here, because we're going to have Penumbra do it. This Demon Fiend is putting in some work, I will say. And we do want to remember to play these Furnace Taps because they heal us for 10. Very nice. Yeah, 800 damage per round out of Penumbra is pretty good. We don't have to gorge him very much to win off of that. Cannibalize. Not bad. It's something. I want something here. Cave-In's also kind of nice. We can just create a morsel floor and then drop it onto him. But I'm going to grab something for morsels and then move on. We have a lot of money to buy removals. We have the 3 multi-strikes. It's looking pretty solid here. We just purged some bad cards. See what the Trinket Shop holds. I saw the teeth, I got excited. Pyrostone Housing's worthless. This isn't good. Tempered Talisman is... whatever. We roll this. Lifesteal 2 is really nice here. I really like both of these. We can put the damage shield down. Yeah. I like both of these. Let's go look at the magic shop first, though. Double stack. We wanted a +10 for something. It was Hornbreak, the unupgraded. Take Branding right down to 0 cost, I think. What's the best card to drop to 0 cost here, actually? Probably Cannibalize Hornbreak, really. We're not actually going all the way down. Like, we're not spending... we're playing this card so infrequently, actually, Void Binding, that it might be correct to just double stack it. And then save it as like a payoff card. It's like the final key piece. But it's not really that good, I don't think. It's just a dead draw a lot of the time. But it's already a dead draw a lot of the time because we need to pay for morsels. I guess we don't need to pay for morsels, though. Maybe I should just leave it, and then we should just start slamming it. Remove consume and then -1 unpacked morsels sounds pretty nice here. Sounds pretty nice here, I gotta say. Although we picked up cannibalize, so I think I need this a little less. I think it's a bait. Take branding right. Actually, we'll take the Hornbreak down to 0. Or no, I'll take the Shade Splitter down to 0. Doesn't matter what we feed Penumbra, we just need to feed Penumbra. Make this card consume. Yeah, okay. And then what's on the remove list here? It's probably anything that costs energy. So it's probably these 2 Shade Splitters. Yeah, it's these 2 Shade Splitters for sure. Let's hit the trinket shop and grab these relics. And then our last removal, I think, goes to branding, right? I think this card's clunky. And let's give it a shot. We don't want to go all the way on this one because it is Chase Seraph, so we can't just like stack up a bunch of damage shield. We're going to win this by having Demon Fiend play like interference. He's going to put up a little bit of a threat. He's going to soften the enemies up, and then we're going to power out a bunch of multi-strike onto Penumbra, who's going to be sitting on the top floor. That's the rough outline of this one. The lifesteal will go away, of course, before we can actually make any use of it. But it was still nice to have just in case. This wave is a little scary, but not super scary. If I can, see what the Shade Splitter has first. It has a Rubble Morsel. We're going to cannibalize this. Now remember that whatever we put into Penumbra will get back from Wretch. Like we have a Rubble Morsel in there. We have to play around Wretch, basically. We're going to play around Wretch. I should be giving Magma Morsels, really. Lifesteal Morsels for the early game is fine, though. Doesn't matter where this one goes. I want to probably Hornbreak this. We're going to take some damage here, but that is fine. Play the Prism Retrieval. Get rid of an Imp here. So. Yeah, fine. And I'll leave that Magma Morsel in. That's fine. We're down 1 energy this turn, but that's okay. Again, Ember Drain doesn't really affect us that negatively because the whole deck is basically free. Doesn't matter too much what we throw into Penumbra here. The only thing that I want to keep in mind is finish that thought after I talk out or work out this turn. Drop you to 10. And then we play Forever Consumed up here for full cost, and then we use Mind Collapse on you. I don't care if Penumbra loses these buffs. I think it's best to play this Vent down here. Yeah. Was I saying? Yeah, so anything that we don't want in the Wretch pile, we just throw away. We just throw it on the middle floor so it doesn't stay in the way. That's going to be the idea here. Now, our boy Demon Fiend, he is in a little bit of trouble. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna save him. Play this at full cost, it just kills this Gilded Wing. I mean, we don't need that much energy. I'm not playing these Furnace Taps yet. There is no reason to. I should have put that 25 here. It doesn't matter that much, though. Right, so what do I want in the Wretch pile? I want to be able to choose. So I don't need the Lifesteal Morsel in there. Oh yeah, 2 damage shield. I should be playing these in front. My mistake. Just throw this away. Tank that 10. And drop some imps here. Get them out. The number's pretty close to being ready to just 1v1 Seraph, I think. Oh yeah, also by playing Unicera, it can bait Seraph. I forgot. Okay, so we throw the Magma Morsel up here. Again, I need to be making better use of Chain of Gems. Will I ever remember? No. I really should be making better use of Chain of Gems, though. I should play this this Rubble Morsel should have just tanked this whole wave for Demon Fiend. Alas, I did not. We don't want to go yet. No, we don't want to go yet. The reason not is because all of the rage and the damage shield just gets cut down by Seraph if I go there. You want to wait until it's relentless. I'm looking for a lifesteal more, so I want to top Penumbra off here. That's fine. Actually make good use of Chain of Gems for the first time in the run. Seems pretty good. And I'm gonna preserve his health as well as I can. And I can preserve it all the way. This Demon Fiend is putting in work, I gotta say. The Forever Flame pickup, the Fell's Remorse, all of it was pretty nice. I don't often take Demon Fiend. I am a big Demon Fiend critic. I will admit it. However, on this run he's putting in work. I will say it, Demon Fiend. You're doing a great job, son. I mean, we go here for sure. This is the Furnace Tap turn for absolutely. Is it? That's a good question. Maybe it isn't. You're good on health, I feel like. Maybe I don't play the Furnace Taps yet. There's nothing super valuable in the Wretch, it's mostly just Magma Morsels. So there's no real reason to Wretch here. I will just float a bunch of morsels that I can't play. If I play Wretch here, like they'll just end up in my next draw will be all morsels. Yeah, just do this. Fine. We win this, almost certainly. The only thing that can be concerning is that Penumbra doesn't have a ton of health. The only thing that I can say that's concerning, but I don't think it's super concerning. 40, so I want to, if I ping off this Light Wings with a Mind Collapse or a Hornbreak, Demon Fiend gets to push 130 here. How much does this do? 40 or 31? Okay. This does 10, 15. It's like 15, and then this will do 5 times 3, right? So is that right? No. It's 6. It's 18. It's 28. 28 and 15 is how much? Oh god, 38, 43. It's off by 1. I can kill this. The reason to consider is because maybe I want to put a morsel down here to damage shield for Demon Fiend. Let's first open up this Shade Splitter. Magma Morsel. I can play the Void Binding here for free and then have my energy for next turn. However, I don't think I need to. I should say. Like, I think it's fine for me to put it on Penumbra. In fact, I think it's correct. It's better to put it on Penumbra. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to play Vent down here as the final move. We're going to play Magma Morsel here. Hornbreak here. Yeah, okay. And we just triple Furnace Tap. We go all the way here. I think it is time to go. And then, I mean, I guess we can play it like this. It's a little more damage. Sure. And the reason I play it like that is because this way, if I draw Void Binding again, it should be good. And if I drew into Wretch, I would still be able to play it. And if neither of those things are the case, I still, you know, have free morsel generation built into the deck. Around here somewhere. 90. I can't kill you, so we lose one of the damage shields here. It's probably fine. I think it's fine. It's like, it's 1200 damage per turn, right? That's just so much damage. Yeah. Once I started thinking about how much damage this actually is, I went, oh yeah, wait, no, we win this for sure, right? This is only 4 rounds. It's three rounds, and Seraph is basically dead here. 372 times 4 turns out to be a lot. Who knew? Yeah, I guess 1200 damage per round is enough to overpower Seraph. Oh, it's up to 1600. Even better. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's another one of those runs, and I've had a few of these. Not one lately, but this is definitely one where they just show you a run-defining rare card randomly on floor 2. You can't recreate this run. You can by just picking up that rare card on floor 3 after Daedalus. However, you know, like it changes the trajectory a lot because you miss that magic shop on floor 2. You don't hit the permafrost -1. It's just really weird, I think. It just feels very, very weird to me that that can happen, where it's just like, oh yes, I'm expecting, like, I don't know, Antumbra, Assault, Space, Prism, something on that level, and they just show you fucking Furnace Tap, and you go, oh, so there's our heavy killing plan. Cool. I'm going to remember to now click the Generate Challenge Run, and then copy this and put it into the video description, just so we're clear. I said I would start doing that, I'm going to now do that. While it's loading, I will also say to you, hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.